look out for the Knicks. The referees trying to show him love. That was an and one on that Obi
Oh,
Toppin got. He
absolutely.
was fouled.
Yeah.
Like he was clearly fouled. That was an and one. That would have put him up 4, and it wouldn't even been a question if Brunson can hit a three or not. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like that was the referees trying to throw New York a bone. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna go there, fuck. Cause referees they'll miss some calls. It's been a couple calls like, all right, that was a foul. And they ain't called it. I think they let them play for real, for real. I think they let them duke it out for the most
I
part.
think I think
I don't think it was. I don't think they. Yeah, I seen them both sides of the ball. Like, nah, they could have called more fouls.
four starters.
Go ahead.
Four starters had 5 fouls in regulation though. So to me, I feel like the refs call everything, which I'm fine with. Like call everything or call nothing. That's my rule. But I would agree that was a clear foul on I can't remember who it was that hit him. Maybe it was OG, maybe. You
It
talking
might
about
have been.
right at the end, towards the end, the dunk.
I think it was OG. It was either him. I feel like it was McBride, but I don't think McBride was in the game at that time. I don't see why he was.
I think it was OG. But yeah, like OG, Brunson, Nimhard, and Neesmith all had 5 fouls. So I feel like it was fair. I feel like Jalen Brunson was doing a little too much to like foul bait instead of trying to actually get buckets. Like he
You
got
seen that?
43. Yeah, I
You seen
seen it.
that foul where Buddy got down, hit himself in the face?
I seen it when it happened. I was like, and
That's crazy.
Tibbs challenged that shit. He really challenged it. Well, the next part of that play that ended up being called.
The end, yeah, he challenged the tail end of the play. Yeah,
No,
I
Brunson.
mean, the beginning of that game was crazy, but I didn't think the Pacers had a chance because they started off 9 for 9. Then the next 24 shots, they went 9 for 24. And that's when the Knicks kept it up. That's when Cat and them boys, they got in their bag. Robinson went crazy on just the offense rebounds. Like, they would not let the Pacers get boards. So it was, let alone points. I thought the Pacers, Halliburton point, his credit, the second quarter, he had a good quarter. He went for 10 points in the second quarter.
Yeah.
That helped them cut the lead down a lot shorter to go into the half to keep them alive.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to him on that. But all in all, like, I thought the Knicks were just flat out just a better team. But Naismith hitting 5 threes in a row to help close that game out, like, you can't do that. Then again, Knicks turnovers, they were a lot sloppy. They were a lot sloppy to close that game out. I don't know if they thought they had the game won or what.
That's what it is. But they thought they had won.
The Pacers was still chipping away. They still was fighting. And the Pacers, they showed them they're a legit team. Like they not here by accident. The series against Cleveland wasn't no fluke. They really liked that, and they showed that. And Halliburton, what the hell he showed he liked that. I don't think superstar. Not right now. I think it's too soon because it's still game 1. There wasn't game 7 to go to the finals. It wasn't in the finals. It's still more basketball to play this season to title him already what he is. But he's well in his fucking way. He's definitely knocking at that door because that shot was. He took some cojones to take that shot. I see ran back like, what the fuck he doing? And he turned and jacked that bitch up, and that bitch splashed. I said, oh, hell no. I was mad if it was on the line. I was mad as shit. His foot was on the line. I was pissed. Yes. I was pissed for him. Like, what the fuck?
It should have been over right there.
I didn't want overtime. That game, I didn't want overtime. I wanted no parts of overtime. I didn't want overtime for the fall. I think the Pacers, they did enough to win. I didn't want overtime. I thought, give him the win. Get out of here. See you game 2. But, hey, they got us overtime and took care of business in overtime. On the road. In the Garden. Everybody in New York, everybody was there. Everybody from New York was in that bitch.
Yes.
Every goddamn body, bro.
Yes.
Now,
if you had money, if you got money and you from New York, you was in that bitch.
On feet, on wood. You had motherfucking Brunson had 43. Cat gave you 35. How many games you gonna see Cat give you 35? Was 4 for 7 for 3.
That's the part that's not gonna happen. That's the part that's not gonna happen.
You can't lose that.
Yeah.
You can't lose
I mean,
that game, bro.
you
No.
lose it when you talking about when it's Cat gonna go for 35. You lose it when Neesmith dropped 30, a career high. Nigga ain't never dropped 30 in the NBA in his life.
Nigga had 8 for 9.
Yeah.
8 for
But
9 behind
see,
the 3-point line.
and if we gonna get on this, because to let him hit 5 threes in a row is crazy, bro. OG and Anunoby had a
Yeah, that
horrible
was him
game.
fucking up. He
He had a horrible game. Like lost in the sauce the whole fourth quarter. Like the entire fourth quarter lost in the sauce. After he hit the second one, you would think, all right, let me press up on this guy. It's not like it's Draymond Green and you live with it. This nigga is shooting over 50% from the three for the playoff.
for the
Like
top 3 and made 3 points made for the season.
for the he do this.
Hit them motherfucker. He a shooter.
Like he's 3-and-D to the definition. Like he's a true 3-and-D guy. You know what I'm saying? And when you give him shoot around shots to get in rhythm, like cause the first two, nobody was within him. You know what I'm saying? Like so when you give him that shot and let him get comfortable, and then you turning the ball over playing sloppy offense. That's where I blame Brunson. I don't blame Brunson for the entirety of the game. Like 43 points, that's cute. But where I blame Brunson is the turnovers. The turnovers, bro. 7 turnovers, and I don't even think how many minutes did Brunson play? He played 38 minutes, so he didn't even play his usual 44 minutes, 45 minutes.
Early in the game, he even sat for a minute because the
Yeah.
second unit was chilling. They was chilling.
Yes.
They was well. I'm gonna say that I was surprised they was well rested. I don't hear no damn tired shit.
No fatigue. Bro. No fatigue.
They were chilling.
But let me figure out where I want to go with this, and I'm gonna go with this. The Knicks are in trouble. To lose that game last night, the way that they lost it, backbreaking, bro. Now, can they bounce back? Yes. But it's an uphill battle. You have just removed your margin for error. You feel me? I had the Knicks in 7 to begin with. So me having it going 7, I clearly think that Indiana is right there with y'all. If not better, one of the main reasons I picked the Knicks is because I don't think Indiana would get them 2 years in a row. It's something about just, you know what I'm saying, playing the numbers and shit like that. Like, I ain't think they would get them 2 years in a row. But the Pacers are the comeback kids, dog. This is what they do. This is what they've done all playoffs. We've seen them do it to Milwaukee. Thought they was going to get the game back to Milwaukee up 20. They said, hold my fucking beer. Y'all going home tonight. Cleveland thought time after time we can get this win. No, the fuck y'all not. We don't care how much y'all get up by. Y'all not winning this fucking game. You know what I'm saying? And the Knicks were the latest victim of that. To be down 16 with 6 minutes left, to be down 9 with a minute left, and to win that game. Credit to Indiana.
And take the overtime. And you lost in overtime.
Credit to Indiana.
In overtime. You lost in overtime too. Like that's the devastating part to me.
And where all the critics, all the pundits talked about this, so we all knew it to be true. So it was one of the reasons that I felt like Indiana might really can pull this off is the pace. That pace, New York's not gonna be able to keep that pace up. They don't play enough, bro. They don't have enough bodies. They don't play enough people, bro. They are. That's why losing last night was imperative. Because you wore yourself the fuck out playing at their pace. You had the game won and you lost it. That's why losing last night is so imperative. Because I do think fatigue will set in. Because these games going back to back, these every other night situations. So I do think fatigue will set in trying to play that pace. What they had 135. I don't think New York ain't scored 130. That's gotta be their season high. They don't fucking score 135 points. That's not their style of play. It's not. They could have went to double overtime this year, and I bet it didn't equal up to 135. You know what I'm saying? So they're playing right into into their game plan, bro. Indiana don't give a fuck if you score. It's almost D'Antoni, but Rick Carlisle gives a fuck. D'Antoni gave no fucks. That was his issue. You know what I'm saying? D'Antoni will let you do what you want to do as long as we can push pace. No, we're gonna play some defense that offers some resistance, but if you got a bucket, we trying to grab it out of the net and push like they're pushing the pace like a motherfucker. So I don't think that New York playing that way is sustainable for them at all, dog. I don't think that they're gonna be able to weather that storm. I had Knicks in 7, but I'm feeling like Pacers in 6. I can't even lie to you. It just feels weird because I know the NBA do not want Indiana in these fucking finals. Like, they do not want them fucking Pacers in these fucking finals. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be something to look out for. I ain't going to hold you. Because if I can see any type of referee NBA collusion on the series, right, because you already going to have a small city, Minnesota or OKC. You do not want them going to Indiana. You want one of the motherfucking big dogs in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's gonna be something to look out for. But the Pacers, man, I think they might have broke their will last night. That was a will breaking game. And before I pass to the wall, just since you went ahead and gave your take on is Brunson a superstar, I'm gonna agree with you and say no. I don't think he's a superstar, but what he has done over these last 2 seasons is separate himself from anybody that's in his, like, if it's a conversation, he said anybody that ain't did shit, he separated himself from them to me. I don't care how great the individual talent is. You can argue with me about it, but I don't care. You can tell me how great John Morant is and he's better than Halliburton, and I won't care. You know what I'm saying? If he beats Brunson this series, I definitely don't want to hear Jalen Brunson over Halliburton. Like, all them niggas that's like right the De'Aaron Fox, get out of here. No. Like, all of them dudes that's like right there on that bubble with a Halliburton, he separated himself from them niggas.
Trey's
been to an Eastern Conference Finals.
That's why.
You feel me? So, like, I can't say Trey and Trey's never had an all-star teammate. You know what I'm saying? Halliburton got a Siakam, Malstern. They've been all-star adjacent. Like, they're not great. And he has who I think could be a top 5 coach, which I don't think Atlanta's ever had. Like, Rick Carlisle's top 3, top 5, like, easy. You feel me? So I do think it's things in his favor, but I can't. Like, so I can't take that. Like, I could say he in a better situation than Ja, but so the fuck what? Ja's had playoff runs and had moments where he could have rose to the occasion to what we've seen Halliburton do time and time again this year and last. So
hold on, I don't give Halliburton. I was getting shit last playoff run. I ain't gonna hold you. He didn't really impress me last playoff run. It's been times like what he's doing now. It's been times I want to see that from him. Last year, well, it sounds like all right. Halliburton
scoring, yeah.
Get the ball.
But I feel like he did it when they needed to though. When they went
this year, yes. Last year, I don't agree.
I'm talking about when they went to New York down and they needed that fucking win in Madison Square Garden to get it back to Indiana for 6. He dropped 34. Like, I'm not.
He did it one time.
Like, I'm not saying that
everything. We were talking about this in the last episode.
I'm not saying that everything he's doing this year he's done last year, but his last year's playoffs, we were disappointed because we wanted to see this because we seen him do it in spurts. That's what I'm saying. It ain't like he wasn't doing it at all. It was times where Indiana back was against the wall and he pulled them in those fucking games. Like, because I thought if the Knicks would have won that game, that series was over. He the reason that shit went to 7, coming out hitting 7 threes and dropping 34 points in the Garden.
That was a good game. But it's been times in that series, I think it wouldn't have been that close had he did that the whole fucking series. My opinion. I think last series, I'm glad you brought it up. I can't remember the games because that was a minute ago. But it's been times in that series, I was like, okay, it's time. Now, granted, the game 6, he forced that to game 7 for sure. I feel it would have closed out in the game 6. It wouldn't have went to 7 had he took care of business early on in the series.
I feel like I get it. That's why he's not a superstar. That's why these niggas ain't consistent, bro. Even Ant, who we finna get on in a minute, who we love, these niggas ain't consistent in the playoffs, bro. These niggas give you 31 night and 16 the next. So he not alone in that regard. But he has shown up in moments.
We do this. I didn't have to cut you off, but even now, I don't.
But see, Halliburton, I don't. He's not a score first point guard. He can score. He's clutch. But Halliburton ideally likes to set the table, bro. He's a point guard for real.
They're not going to win if he's not score first. They're not going to win.
I agree with that, but I also think last year they ran. I feel like last year the team was ran differently too. I think Rick Carlisle win the last. I think the team because it was a lot more Siakam based in my opinion last year.
Absolutely,
like you know what I'm saying. So I feel like that was a configuration that they made as a team, coaching Halliburton, whatever. That he had to be more aggressive, maybe these playoffs instead of being more sporadic. But even these playoffs, like I've seen him against Milwaukee and Cleveland, where he might not have had 20 points, but he had 11 assists. And watching the game, you're like, he had a good game. Like so,
it's not actually what you're saying is wrong because it's not. It's spot on. It's the truth. But when I think superstars, Halliburton is he's a really good player. He can be great. He can be a very great player. It doesn't look like he's separated from his teammates. I don't think he's like head and shoulders. You see what I'm saying? It's not like LeBron, Brunson, Steph. You see what I'm saying? Them guys on their team, it's him and them.
That's why
like, I think they have a really good team collectively.
The fact that Brunson is a superstar and Halliburton ain't.
I don't know. I ain't saying Brunson superstar.
You said his name. That's where I was about to go.
I just said for that team though. It's like that. It's like a gap.
That's their role. That's his role. Look how many shots he take. Like
cool. However it looks. That's what it is. But I'm saying, but Halliburton, it doesn't
look. The superstar don't just mean that you the nigga that take all the shots and scores.
I'm not saying take all the shots. I'm talking about being the guy on the team. Like what he did last night. You see what I'm saying? Like when they needed him, like the second quarter, all right, fuck it. Let me score. He put 10 points in the first. He had 4 points in the fucking first quarter. Second quarter. He been
doing it all year, bro. He finished second in the clutch voting. I'm saying you combine the 2 seasons. I'm saying I'm really focused on this. I'm more proud of this season. I can't say that when he went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I can't say that. I'm not saying that. That's just me, bro. I get what you're saying. This is the better year. But if I'm taking a culmination of this 2-year run and however you want to break it down, what he was doing last year versus what he's doing this year, when I'm looking at this 2-year run, he has separated himself from any of them niggas that was on the bubble as far as is he better than them?
Okay, if you're talking about that, yes. I'm talking about fuck them. I'm comparing against the guys.
We already established that's not the case, right?
No. But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. When I'm looking at superstardom, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, if you talking about comparing De'Aaron Fox and other guys that's on the bubble, Trae Young's, yeah, hell yeah, have about go with the last 2 seasons. But I'm not comparing.
Even like for me, even a nigga like, see, I promise, if Halliburton was Ja. If he was tattoos, marketable, exciting, all this shit, and he's done what he done, we would be calling that nigga a superstar.
I disagree. People saying it now though. And Halliburton popping this shit. Even last year, the choke sign shirt in game 7. Like he been popping this shit. What the hell? Like, come on, like he been popping this shit. No, he's not from the hood. He from the suburb. He went to Iowa. Cool. All right. But as far as him, his aura, he got it. I'm not. No, I ain't gonna say that.
It's a connectability. It's a connectability, bro.
I agree with that. But at the end of the day, people are still today weighing up Cobb superstar because of the game last night. I'm not one of them, but there are
people call John Moran a superstar.
Absolutely, people call Ant-Man a superstar for sure.
And they ain't
hold on.
and they ain't did shit.
No, here's what I'm saying though. I think that's what the disconnect too is. There are certain guys they're cemented. Yeah, they call him superstar. He wasn't cemented, and he's not cemented. Now you know we was in a group. You brought a Kawhi Leonard cemented. That name cemented.
That's why
that's why I feel Halliburton need more time. He only came league 2020. You see what I'm saying? Like that, I think he needs some more years on the belt for if he's cemented. He's on the route. He's in the trajectory. He's going that direction for sure. I'm not saying nothing from him. Even last year, he improved from last to this year. That was the last year I was heavy. I felt like you said, I felt that he was a really good player, really great. He could do what I asked him, I wanted him to see him do. All I'm saying is I'm seeing it now. You can run the takes back. I think Walt too. I was like, nah, they could be a lot better if homie step up in moments where they need him to be more aggressive. It was times he was too pass happy where they needed him to be aggressive. I'm seeing that now, where I did not see it the entirety of the playoffs last year.
Okay. Let me ask y'all a question before you go, Walt. You can start. Can you ask who your top 5 point guards, Walt? Right now.
You put me on the spot with that one.
For sure.
No, I got no order though. I got no order for you.
Yeah, no order. Just give me who the best 5 right now.
The top 3. I'm sorry, I know you asking me, but there needs to be no debate about this. Steph, Luka, SGA. I hope that we can agree that's the top 3.
For sure.
Order, but those are the top 3.
For sure.
After that, you talking about like pure point guard or niggas that play point
guard? Niggas who when they go play, they should say PG in front of it this year.
I know y'all not gonna fuck with me, but I'm still putting Trae Young in that.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm trading it. I'm trying my hardest to say Kyrie, but I don't think I can. I think I'm gonna have to say Brunson. I say Jamal Murray too, but I think I'm forced to say Brunson. If I'm forgetting somebody, y'all let me know. That would be my 5 off top. I can't say Ja don't play. He don't play enough. So that would be my 5. Trae and Brunson round out my top 5.
I'm not mad at that.
I can't say Hallie because of the reasons that. Well, I guess both of y'all said, like, I went and looked up the numbers from last year. Y'all was both right. Halliburton had 2 30-point games against the Knicks in the playoffs, and they was nasty. But game 1, he only had 6 points. But game 7, he had 26 points, which is a good closeout game. But the 2 games before that, he had 13 and 15. I would agree.
That was the games I was pissed at. Like,
I would agree. He just need more time. However, Jeremiah is right about one thing. If he was more... Again, I'm not from the hood either, but if he was more relatable to niggas would absolutely say that he's superstar. This second straight year going to the conference finals, niggas forget it's also Halliburton's. The roles were very different though because there was no Giannis, and I think Dame played a game last year, and I thought Brunson was hurt, but Brunson played last year in the playoffs, so yeah, I guess he did. Maybe Julius Randle was hurt, but
Julius Randle was hurt.
They were better. The Knicks were better without Randle, so I'm with you on that, but yeah, to answer your question, that would be my 5. I don't have nothing to say about the game except one thing. Y'all said y'all didn't want overtime. I needed 1 more point from Nembhard for my parlay. I was happy as fuck because when y'all remember when he started doing this, it was fans doing this saying 2. I was happy as hell. Then Nembhard hit that 3, so you know
that 3 in the corner.
Yeah, but
big shot
about the game. Whoever wins game 2. That's your winner of the series for me. So yeah.
Oh, I mean, if Indiana win game 2 this year, over with, Jack.
That's why I said what I said.
This shit is a wrap. Which they might do, bro. Like, man, it's a matchup issue. Like, they might can get them, bro. Like, I'm looking around, and like we said, Brunson 43. Cat 35. Bridges came in and was the one. I don't know what he finished with though. What Bridges in with?
Man,
he had 16. That's about what he gonna give you. You know what I'm saying? Even Anobi had 16. No, I just think
they need more against the Pacers. The Pacers don't even really try to play defense. They play situational defense. Like when they need a stop, they'll get a stop. But like y'all both alluded to, The Pacers like 36, 35 in the first quarter. That's what they want. The Knicks want 23-20 in the first quarter.
Yes.
They want to mug it up. They like
Yes.
kind of like the Steelers in basketball. Like they want to make it a dirty game. The Pacers are more like air raid. They want it to be 21-14 in the first quarter. Because they go 10 deep, like you said. I think TJ McConnell only played like 15 minutes, but it was 15 big. He's running the entire 15 minutes that he's in the game.
Hey,
and the Knicks just don't have the bodies.
Hey, that 15 minutes.
He was on both ends. Like he put pressure on the ball. And then in the fourth quarter, Nembhard gets his fifth, and they bring in Ben Shepherd, who hasn't played all game. Brunson is probably tired at that point, and they bring in a nigga who ain't played all game. Rick Carlisle laps around Tibbs. And Tibbs is a good coach, but he coached like to take your really second best ball handler out the game and put in Ben Shepherd, who gives nothing offensively when you're down 16. Crazy.
Yeah. No, man, that was it. And to have the nuts to take Miles Turner out and not fear Cat is gonna kill you. Take Miles Turner out because you see he's gassed, and you run a small ball lineup with Obi Toppin in there, and y'all finish that like no.
He finished the game with Obi and Ben Shepherd in the game.
Yeah, yes, bro.
Not scores.
Yes, bro.
It is crazy. The Knicks let you know what, AJ, I changed my mind. You're right. The Knicks let them off the fucking hook. The Knicks let them off the Cat should have finished with 45. Cat, you right. Miles Turner did. Cat should have finished with 45. He should have finished with 45.
That guy, I'm looking like they was turning the ball over.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell you got 14 points and two. Nigga, if you're Brunson, I'm driving this ball every day. See at the line. I'm going to make you foul me the rest of this game. You know. I'm saying then they miss free throws. They missed 6 free throws in the game too.
Yeah.
No.
That's why OG had the worst game, because not only did you fuck up defensively, you had the first big free throw miss. You started that shit. Then Cat tumbled his big goofy ass up there and fucking missed one too. Like, and that really set it off, because instead of it being a 2-possession game, that's like nigga, you in a shootout in football and the kicker missed the extra point.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that was a 1-possession game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that was a 1-possession game, and fucking it go how it go. Yeah.
Justin Tucker.
Did you answer the question though? What is Halliburton a superstar to you?
No, for the reasons that y'all both said. Like Jeremiah said, I think you were trying to paint it like niggas be contradictory, and I agree. Most of the niggas that we say are superstars are not, because they're also not consistent. Ant-Man only had 18. I know we finna get into that. Ant-Man only had 18, and he did not want to shoot down the stretch. But we say he's a superstar, and I think first of all, he is. But it's because he's more relatable. But to your point, AJ, we just need to see Halliburton do it more. I ain't seen Halliburton dominate a series. He did dominate against the Cavs, though. He did. So let me not say ever. But
I was about number one seed.
How about I just want to see it again? I've seen Ant-Man do it multiple series against teams that he's the underdog against. I just want to see him do it now.
And hasn't dominated this playoff, but Julius Randle's been
I said 8. I'm referring back to last year. I said 8 playoff series.
And it ain't even just being relatable, being hood, bro. I think style of play has a lot to do with it.
Oh, it's no flash.
Niggas want to see that, oh shit, what's finna happen? Excitement, and Ant gives you that, Ja gives you that, like Steph gives you that as a shooter. Like Steph is he's the epitome. You feel me? But outside of that, niggas like to see niggas that you might go dunk on a nigga head. That's why Joker's a superstar, because he's great. Joker isn't exciting to watch for real. Unless you're a basketball purist. You gotta love basketball and love watching niggas footwork and watch, because he'll give you every now and again, give you one of them crazy turn around over the head 3, like that shit was crazy. That might have been a shot of the year. That nigga off 1 foot turn around at the top of the key over the head. That shit was crazy. But
hold on, shout out Gavin. He said highly not consistent and 7.
Bro, hold on, real quick. Gavin just commented that.
Yeah.
This man called me when it was over in regulation, hating like a motherfucker, bro.
For real?
I hate this.
Gavin, a New York fan, a Knicks fan.
No, Gavin's just one of them niggas who got a list of niggas he just don't like.
And Halliburton on that list.
But Cat is on the list too. So one of them got to make it to the finals. That nigga was hating his ass off, bro. I'm like, Gavin, it's 11
He
o'clock.
said big hater. That's fucked up, Gavin. I thought you was bad in that, Gavin. Nah, that's fucked up. He put big hater all caps too. That's crazy.
I get it though, bro. Like, cause I wasn't a Halliburton fan. I'm not a Halliburton fan, but certain niggas you gotta give it up to when they start doing shit. When they start doing shit, like you gotta give it up. Otherwise, you did what Gavin said. Big hater.
Gavin, how the fuck you say Halliburton not consistent, but Cat is? What is wrong with you, Gavin?
Yeah, he tweeting, Gavin.
Gavin, put the cookies down. You had too many cookies. You got a real sugar rush, and it's fucking up your brain right now. Gavin get a 10-piece cookies. If y'all know Gavin get 10-piece cookies.
10-piece cookies. That's funny.
Gavin, put the cookies down, Gavin. Stop, bro.
You're a sick nigga.
But I get it though, man. But I don't want. But all these other niggas that we see, like LaMelo ain't did shit. Niggas want to call him a superstar because we love the way he play. We see this. We see the talent. You know what I'm saying? Like if Halliburton was LaMelo, he would be a superstar.
Okay, let's real quick. What do y'all think a superstar is? Give me y'all definition of a superstar. I think we've been missing each other with this shit.
I think you have people will want to give you the superstar shit when they fuck with you and they like the way you play, but you can't solidify that. You can't submit that without winning. First off, you got to win at some point, and winning don't necessarily. If you win a ring, you kind of submit it on. So if you win a ring as the guy, you kind of submit it at superstar level. But even if you don't, if you are consistently in like conference finals and you balling consistent, all-star, all of that shit, top MVP votes type shit, like it's crazy, but it's so subjective. Cause like Tim Duncan is a basketball superstar. You feel me? Because of he won, and he was great. Kawhi Leonard is a basketball superstar because he won and he was great. You know what I'm saying? But these are not guys that you buying a sneaker from or fucking telling your girl I ain't going nowhere tonight so you can sit home and look at. Like them, they're not them.
Definitely gonna say I'm not gonna go out with you, baby. I'm finna watch the Spurs and Tim Duncan play tonight. You're definitely gonna say things like about Kawhi Leonard. Now buying shoes, probably not. So
you not. You gonna cancel your plans to watch Kawhi?
Say it again.
You gonna cancel your plans to watch Kawhi?
Play basketball? Fucking
yeah.
Yes. I ain't finna go see him in no damn club. But to go watch him play basketball? Yeah. You not? Kawhi who? He not. You need to cut your shit.
I agree, Gavin.
What Gavin said? I can't see the comment.
Joker, Greek, Freak. Greek Freak is the same person, Gavin. Braun, Curry, KD. Them superstars. No, the superstar list is very short. It's not a long list of niggas.
Yeah, them pretty much for me. I think you got.
But I'm thinking. I mean, we know that those are the superstars for right now. I'm thinking about the criteria. Allen Iverson was a superstar. He never had to win a ring. You feel me? But we seen him,
bro. I think me personally, I think it's on and off the court. Like you said, LaMelo.
That's what I was getting to.
Okay.
You can like it. Both sides matter, but if you're so great in basketball, then it don't matter what you do off the court. You feel me? Because niggas like it don't. Nobody had Joker. Everybody, we all just said Joker, superstar. Nobody sees Joker other than August and June. I mean October and June basketball season. So like it matters what you do off the court, but if you're so great on the court, it doesn't matter. You feel me? Like I think it's like that. And even if you're famous off the court, if you don't win on the court, you're still not a superstar. That's my opinion.
So is Draymond a superstar?
No.
Okay.
No. Draymond is he's a media personality star, and he's an all-star basketball player. He's a Hall of Fame basketball player. I see he on your list. You talking about Gavin and his list. You got to chill on Draymond, bro. You want to talk about Gavin list? Draymond is written.
I know that I have a list.
You got that nigga wrote in Sharpie. Like you got Draymond. That nigga hate Draymond.
He don't like Draymond Green.
That's what I'm saying. He on his hate list.
But we didn't call him a superstar either, though.
No, but I said he a Hall of Famer. He started rolling his eyes and shit.
Nigga, if fucking Robert Ory
I knew he was say
a
that.
Hall of fucking Famer.
I get it. Yeah,
Draymond's Hall of Famer.
It has nothing to do with his play. I get it.
How mean is a Hall of Famer? Draymond's Hall of Famer.
The team he played on, I get it. But I'm good. I'm good on that.
But yeah, I just think that's it, man. I think that it's a collection of both, and it's like a balance. Like the more famous you are, if you could just win once or something like that, you're a superstar. You feel me? Like, but you gotta win something. You can't just be famous and trash. Like if Lonzo Ball could win anything, he could start to maybe be a superstar because his name was already there, even though it done died down. But you get my point. Like the more famous you are, the less you might have to do on the court, but you still gotta win. But if you're not famous at all, like no superstar ability, then you have to be great on the court to get that superstar title. Now, the best ones are both the LeBrons, the Stephs, and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
For sure. Yeah, Iverson superstar. You said because people champ. Yeah, Iverson, he's a hood.
He definitely the people's champ.
He's a people's champ and he's a superstar. Both is true. Like
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like we just renaming shit to make it sound cool. But he's a superstar.
And he didn't win it all, but he did get there. So I give him credit with that. Like getting there does matter too.
And taking the game one, that was a big deal to beat.
Yeah, they had no chance. But getting the game was big, but they wasn't finna win.
Huge on the roll on top.
Like Carmelo was a superstar, and also not only it's three things to me that help. You know what I'm saying? Your style of play, whether the people fuck with you, and what market you in. You know what I'm saying? Melo is in New York, like. I
don't think the market should play a part.
If Halliburton was Brunson, he would be a superstar.
To the masses, it does. Maybe not to you, AJ, but to the masses, it absolutely
Kevin Durant was a superstar in OKC.
He was that great on the court. That's my point.
Transcendent niggas, though.
We're not saying that you can't be a superstar somewhere else, but if Kevin Durant was doing what he was doing in Oklahoma and fucking New York, they'd have fucking built them a fucking statue. Like
LeBron in Cleveland. Like I don't think it's a play part.
I see what he's trying to do.
No, I'm just being. I know it's real though. If you
can be a superstar in a small market. You don't have to be in a big market to be one. But being in one when you if you were a mid player or a good player, you can get propped up to superstardom by what market you're in.
No, you can't.
I think it's happening. I think it's happening right now.
Who propped up superstardom? Who? They're mid as fuck, decent at best, but Brunson's not mid. He's not decent.
Not mid, but I don't think he's a superstar. And he's in that New York market being.
But we didn't call him superstar. We didn't call him.
You talking about us, AJ? You talking about us? The masses consider Brunson a super. They just had a about it last week, and it was like a consensus that he's a superstar. I'm like.
He's propped up, but he's but Brunson, hold on. Y'all right. Correct. They tripping for saying that, but I get why. He's in that big market, all the people, and he's putting up numbers. Like he's balling. So yeah, I get why they say superstar. I don't agree, but I get why they would think he's superstar for sure.
Yeah, it's like if Michael Parsons was a great defensive end for the fucking Saints, nobody would care. But he's the Cowboy. You feel me? Like
who?
Certain Michael Parsons, like certain things.
Nah, you can't do that, bro.
Yeah, you can.
I think certain brands. I think certain brands. When you're a good player, I think when you're a good player, certain brands build you up.
If you were 7, if you ask me if you were 7, can you look like an 8.5, 9 in the market? Absolutely. But if you were 9, I don't give a fuck where you at. You legit. You straight. You in good hands.
You're not entertaining the other part of that though. If you put Halliburton on the Clippers, if you put Halliburton I guess you can't say the Knicks because they got Brunson, but if you put him like on the Clippers, more people are calling him a superstar.
No, fuck that. Swap him. Put Shea with the Knicks and Brunson with OKC. Like
Shea would still be MVP, but Brunson, yeah, I agree. They wouldn't look at Brunson as how they do now. Brunson,
and not only would Shea be MVP, Shea would be a souped up superstar. He would be.
You don't think he that anyway? SGA is that anyway.
He's what?
A superstar? No, I think if he was, I think if Shea was wearing orange and blue, man, please, they be calling that nigga the best thing since sliced bread. Watch out.
Hold on, no. Keep it true. This is the main reason why Brunson get a lot of credit, because he's doing shit that other big time Knicks fan people haven't done. They ain't been. He's got what? Just at 25 years. Like he's winning. It ain't because his style of play and who he is. He's putting the Knicks on a certain pedestal that they not used to being on. That's why they put him over. They got him over Melo because he's actually winning and he's putting up buckets. He said he can't take all kind of shit. He's shooting all the basketball. He's shooting all the rock. He's putting up points and they're winning. So yeah,
I get it. As a Knicks fan, I get it.
He gonna get that shit. They gonna
they're acting like they won something. They haven't won anything. They're down 0-1 as we currently see here.
But they won more than they won with Melo. They ain't even get to the second round with Melo. You know what I'm saying?
Like they doing right there. They had not in 2-3 decades. Like it's been a while since they've been in the position where they in, bro.
But Melo had to play. I want to say Melo had to play them boys in the East too. Them Bulls, them Heat, them Pacers. Like he had to play them boys.
Yeah, like even his first year there, they played the Celtics. Remember, I think that's the year Stoudemire punched the fucking locker and broke his hand.
Yeah, broke his hand.
They're putting up 47, but you're not finna beat the Celtics.
Not by yourself.
47, so I don't know. I don't know if I put him over Melo.
Then they lost to Derrick Rose them, and they lost to LeBron them.
Look who losing to.
No, for sure. But they not the people that are fucking 25 years old. They don't know. Even motherfuckers our age, they forgot who Melo played up against.
I mean, it is crazy.
Melo ain't do this.
No,
Melo ain't do that. They not looking at who the fuck Melo had to go against.
The craziest thing I seen with Brunson that did have me like, damn, he the all-time leader in 40-point playoff games for the Knicks ever. I was like, yeah, okay.
He got the ultimate green light though. Like everybody around him can got them play off ball.
Yeah, no, for sure.
On points. So that's why he put them points up. He about to the most goddamn shots too.
Probably? What you mean probably? He took 30 shots in game against the Pistons. Like he shoot too much to me. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the top 5 list when you had Brunson, I'm not sure Brunson better than Hallie. In this series, if he beat him, I definitely don't want to hear. Like,
the better point guard probably will win this series. So I would be willing to check. If the Pacers go to the finals, I'm going to assume that means Halliburton has to outplay Brunson to go. So I would agree. I would take him out. I'd probably move
outplaying Brunson to look different because Brunson can drop 40 balls the rest of the series.
No.
He dropped 43 and Halliburton
I know what outplay look like, just like you know what they look like. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about what we think.
For sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
He do need to at least average like.
So that's what a lot of people gonna go to and be like, well, Brunson, he averaged 38 a game, and he, you know what I'm saying. So for sure.
Hold on, but real quick, bro, we get out here. Oh boy, gotta play better. What's once they got tired?
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner.
Yes, he's 9. Fucking 9. No, not yet. The 5. Then he on had. What is shit at?
I think
Miles Turner he had 14. He was 6'4", 11.
But he started.
He's 5 for 5 to start the game.
Oh, it's just 5 to start the game.
5 for 5.
Oh yeah. No, he was the heater. Yeah. He was the heater.
What? That was going crazy that first quarter. I'm looking at how long. 6 for 11. You went 1 for 11 rest of the damn game.
You need you need this series. You need Miles Turner's defense. 5 for 5 is cool. 14 points is fine for him, but you can't be sitting in the fourth quarter.
He 5 rebounds.
Miles Turner's not.
He's not a big rebounder though. If you know my he's not a rebounder. I'm not.
Indiana is running, bro. They're not where he's not worried about. Go look at what he rebounded last series. He's not a
I'm
rebounder.
not saying you
He's not a
a
rebounder.
guy on the
And
shoot.
so if you ever try to bet with him, trust me, he's not a rebounder.
I believe you. But this series, you need somebody to rebound some ball because the nigga on the team, Robinson, he ain't fucking around. 39%. He's giving the Knicks back 39% of their missed shots
And
back.
they give him all back in the turnovers. Brunson gave him all back. Brunson gave the entire offensive rebound difference in turnovers. So you're right though. But the Pacers don't try to play defense for real, and they don't try to rebound. Like they guards rebound.
And Mitchell Robinson is not going to play enough to bother you. He played 21 minutes last night. He's not going to probably play more than that. Thibodeau is stubborn. That's Thibodeau's issue.
I didn't get that because I didn't see him in the game. I was saying, why was he not?
Thibodeau's stubborn. Mitchell Robinson never plays as much as I would like him to, and I think it's because his free throw shooting. You know what I'm saying? You don't want him sent to the line. But I seen him hit them bitches. I seen him hit them against the Celtics to close them up.
No, he didn't.
The Pacers are not going to do that intentional fouling though. That's slow the game.
I don't think Mitchell Robinson will be on the floor enough, especially not in this series because Indiana wants to small ball you and bring you outside of that paint. And if you gonna have to play him or Cat, you're not playing both. They played a little bit both together last night, but that's rare for them. Now if they do win the series, they'll need that against either OKC with Hartenstein and Chet they play together, or Julius Randle and Gobert. So they will need to share the floor together, but they're not going to do it much this series. So I don't think Mr. Robinson can offensive rebound them to wins.
Fact.
You feel me?
Facts.
He can offensive rebound them to runs, but a run don't mean shit to Indiana. A run don't mean shit to Indiana.
Clearly at this point.
Like they all right, they went on a run to our turn. Hold my beer. Like that's how they rock you. That's how they rock you.
Facts.
Good game though, man. Good series. You ain't feel like that was a gut punch? Like you don't feel like New York on the mat, like and they need to get their ass up. That was a haymaker loss last night.
The game. Like
the game.
Over. Yeah, absolutely. You like usually when you're watching the game, especially the games that's in New York, you can hear the crowd from your TV. You can't hear shit, man.
No, you can hear and the shit that was funny is like AJ said, everybody was in New York. They had Mary J. Blige performing at halftime.
Right.
Like, and they went from Mary J. Blige to fucking the saddest music ever when everybody was walking out of that arena. Oh, I know it was quiet as fucking New York. Oh boy. Any Indiana fans that was there, I hope y'all made it home safe last night. I know they probably tried to jump you. They probably tried to get real unruly. So any Pacers fans that was in the building, I hope you got home safe. But yeah, man. Ooh, big win. Big win. That was a good punch, bro. That one hurt. That one hurt. And the Knicks can act like, oh, we taking it on the chin, but that one hurt. The same way when they went there and stole game 1 against Boston.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody thought they was going to steal because Boston had that big lead, and they walked them down, and everybody's like, oh, no big deal. It's Boston, boom, boom, boom. And what they do, Boston got back up big, and they walked their ass down again in game 2. Don't let Indiana come win game 2.
It was over there. But you give a team confidence when you let that happen. Not only are we on the same level, bro, we doing this on the road.
On the road.
It's not even with us. Like, I know that's a hostile environment. We're doing this on the road.
On the road.
Do this at home. And Rick Carlisle is not a rookie coach where he's like, game 2, all right, shit, we just came to split. Rick Carlisle just took 2 in Cleveland. He's about to try to take game. Like, it ain't going to be no, all right, if we down by 10 in the 4th, we just going to, he going to try to end that shit. He
ain't mailing no. Yeah,
no. Yeah, he ain't no rookie-ass nigga. He going to try to go up 2-0. He going to try to sweep these niggas, bro.
Facts.
He gonna try to sweep these.
And if I'm Indiana, I'm feeling good about it, bro. Like you got to think, like Indiana is the rested team. They're the team that's been sitting. The Knicks just came off of this, and we got them playing our pace. And these games are every other night. Like, and they don't have no depth. Their rotation is Slim Jim. You feel me? So they like, but we got these niggas. We like, I know they sitting there like we got these niggas. We beat them last year. And we're better. I know they probably feel like we're better now than we was last year. They're like, we got these boys. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Moving on, man. Let's go to the west side of things, dog. You know what I'm saying? OKC jumped out to a 1-0 series lead. They won game one at home. Minnesota came out hot, took the lead early. They was up at halftime, and OKC went on one of those runs. Tonight's game two. Who did you have in this series again?
If you would have asked me before the series, I think OKC is better, but I'm gonna roll with Minnesota because I'm an Ant-Man fan. So yeah, but OKC just is better to me. You like nigga answer the question. I'm gonna roll with Minnesota. And I had the Knicks in the East. Okay. It's more so, that's what I want to see though.
Right.
I want to see.
I get that. Nobody wants to see OKC Indiana. Even though there might be some good ass basketball, nobody really.
After seeing both game ones,
yeah, that might be some good ones.
I don't think OKC could stop Indiana either. I don't think nobody can stop Indiana at this point. You have to just outscore them niggas at this point.
If OKC can't stop them, then boy, because OKC, that's what they do. What they try to do. I got Minnesota in this series as well. And even though they lost game one, I feel even more confident in my pick of Minnesota. I do think OKC is the quote unquote. No, I don't. I don't think OKC is the better team. No, I don't. I can't even quote unquote it. I don't think OKC is the better team. I think Minnesota is the better team. I think when both teams are playing at their best, or who do I expect to play close to their best more consistently, I'm gonna go Minnesota. I watched this OKC team struggle with Denver, who doesn't have a second scoring option, didn't have anybody on the perimeter that can guard Shea, and they still allowed those games to slip out of their hands and for it to go to 7. Yeah. I think this Minnesota team is much better than Denver. I think that game one, they wasn't even playing well and they was beating them in the first half. Now, the second half, they did what you can't do. You cannot turn the ball over against OKC, especially in their building. They're gonna run you off the floor, and they did. And it didn't take long. It did not take long. You know what I'm saying? I wish AJ was like, I got $10 for you. What's OKC's head coach name?
Shit, crazy, man.
Nobody fucking knows. Nobody knows this man.
I know he looks
we know they GM.
But yeah.
We know they GM and we don't know they coach. Everybody talk about Sam Presti and shit like that. We have no I was watching even last night, watching Shea get his MVP and Charles Barkley them interviewing him. And Charles tried to say the coach name, and I can see him slip it. He was like, your coach, he had all them guys ready. Like, nobody knows this man's name, dude. His name wasn't in no coach of the year discussions. He don't get no credit for adjustments. Nobody said this. This man's name is Mark. What's his name? Mark Denault. Mark Denault.
It's crazy.
Nobody knows who the fuck he is.
But that's more about roster construction to me.
But what number one seeded 60-win team do we not know the name of the head coach?
Right.
In the Western Conference Finals. I've never recalled not knowing a team's head coach while they're playing. I still was looking back like, damn, what was their coach? Nigga, these niggas playing tonight and don't nobody know the name of the coach. Like, I thought that was crazy. I'm like, don't nobody know this man for real. But I think that Minnesota started to turn the ball over. And if you turn the ball over in Oklahoma City, bro, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly quick. Which that's the way I see Minnesota losing, because they can get sloppy with the ball. Because them turnovers is what allowed my hapless Golden State team to hang around in games we didn't deserve to be in. You feel me? So I'm not saying Minnesota is, head and shoulders better, but I do think that I trust their guys more than I trust OKC guys consistently. I don't trust all of them to have a great game at the same time like they did in game one. Shea went crazy. Chet went crazy. Jamal Williams was balling. The nigga we never heard of came off the bench hitting threes and playing D. Lou Dort was in clutch threes. I don't expect them to be in sync like that consistently. You know what I'm saying? And I don't expect Minnesota to shoot that bad. They were horrible. Nas Reed was 1 for 11 for 3. Fucking DiVincenzo, I don't know. I think he was 0 for 6.
Bad, bro.
And open threes that he usually can't.
He was very bad. I agree with that.
Nikhil Alexander Walker, trash. Missing wide open threes. He was bad. He missed the layup. Like, yeah. I don't expect that to continue. So it made me feel even more confident, even though they end up losing by like 26. You know, they got ugly late. Because I think when both teams cleared the benches, OKC bench went on like a 12-0 run. So it's like it got ugly quick, man. But I still feel confident in Minnesota. I think it'll go 7. And I'm going to roll with Ant-Man, even though I don't feel confident. I feel confident, but I don't feel like great. Because what we talked about earlier, bro, consistency. Let's get into it. Like, Ant's consistency bothers me, bro. We was watching the game. We was in the group chat. And, you know, you kept saying Ant running from the moment. You know what I'm saying? Ant ducking smoke. That's how you felt watching him in that fourth?
I feel like he didn't want to shoot the ball. And I don't feel like they was doubling him or really trapping him. I just feel like, I don't know, a part of me was like, maybe he's trying to get his teammates ready for game 2, like trying to get the ball out to them. But I'm like, nah, that's not really Ant-Man. And usually, like you said, like his consistency points-wise, it probably is a worry. But, you know, like I know Ant-Man affects the game in multiple ways a lot. Like one of them games against who they just play. Who they just beat?
Golden State, yeah. Well, like, they just beat State. We won Golden. Steph won up. I just want to put that on record for you. He do not have Steph head on the wall with them other niggas. I just had to say that. All right.
He got Jimmy, though.
He got Jimmy. Jimmy, Draymond, Steve Kerr, put all their heads up there. But you don't got Steph head up there.
Draymond head don't really get you no clout or nothing. But anyways, I had to throw a shot at him. But you know, like I know, like Ant-Man had multiple games this playoffs where he gets 10 rebounds, right? Or where he's really, but to me, game 1, it didn't look like he had any effect on the game. That was my issue. Like you passing out to other niggas who are also not making shots, who haven't made anything. Minnesota shot terrible. And like another thing that you said, the last time I remember them being up, it was in the first half. I think it was 45-37. 45-37 in the conference finals game is a pretty good lead, but it didn't even feel like it because they weren't playing well.
They weren't playing well.
OKC was just playing worse, but I never felt like they were playing well. And I'm going to say this. You and AJ, and I don't know if Gavin is still on here, y'all know Rudy Gobert is my guy. He is. Like, even, I mean, if you watched him, he was altering shots, but I'm going to say this, bro. I would think long and hard. I would give him the first 6 minutes of the first quarter, right? If he hasn't been to the free throw line, blocked a shot, or given me 3 rebounds, he's not playing more than 15 minutes the rest of the game. Nas Reed went 111. You're right. But I already know to beat OKC, we're going to have to make threes, right? Or stop them. Nas Reed can do 2 of those things. Rudy can only do 1. So I'm going to give Rudy Gobert the first 6 minutes. I don't care if he got 2 fouls, we're going to leave him in. If his numbers ain't looking something like 4 points, 3 rebounds, and a block, do you know, and I know this because I put in a parlay on him.
Nah, for sure.
In the first half, he had 3 rebounds. Ask me how many rebounds he finished the game with.
I think he finished with 6. He had 4 rebounds the whole game. He had 3 rebounds the whole game. Rudy didn't rebound again the entire game, bro.
He had a tip that should have been counted as a rebound. I don't think they. I know he finished with 3 though. I'm telling you.
Rebounds, if you really go bird, that's unacceptable,
bro.
He finished with 2 points, 3 rebounds. Nah, bro.
So it's like Nas Reed shot 111, but we saw Nas Reed when he helped send the fucking Lakers home. Oh, you back, AJ? Yeah, we saw him hit 6 threes in multiple games, right? So we know Nas Reed, like you said, Nas Reed ain't gonna shoot 1 for 11 every game. Nas Reed really might bring more, and Nas Reed is a decent defender. He be getting in foul trouble too, but if Rudy Gobert not giving me 3 rebounds and 4 points, and because Isaiah Hartenstein ain't been playing great he ain't been great in the playoffs. He should Rudy Gobert should not dominate, but he should, 3 rebounds. Did you see that the pass he caught and then threw the ball up backwards?
All the way up. Then the other one where he tripped over his own feet. Right. It was if he had anywhere near better hands and feet, them boys would be dominant because he's always gonna be open off that roll, and it's right there for him. And he either do some shit, fumble the ball, catch it, and he's terrible.
If he didn't do that dumb shit, he would have went to the free throw line. But I'm like, you don't even have control of the ball. They're not giving you that in the playoffs.
No.
But if he would have caught it, he didn't even have to dribble. Just caught it and turned. They call him a foul. You go to the free throw line. I'm giving him the first 6 minutes. Y'all mark my words. If he don't got 4 points, I gotta give him 3. He can get a dunk, make a free throw, miss a free throw. 3 rebounds.
No, especially they try to go to him early. Do you notice that? Like their whole off the tip, their first possession, second possession, they're trying to get Rudy an easy bucket.
You can't do that in the conference finals. You gotta want that shit. So if that don't work, I'm putting in Nas Reed, and we just gonna have to run a little small. We're gonna have to just play a little small, but you can't risk having him out there. What he gives you defensively, you need. But if OKC shooting and making it like they was in game 1, it don't matter who the fuck out there. You're gonna have to just outshoot them. So,
and I think, and that's where, like I said, they did the one thing you can't do if you want to win this series, which is turn the ball over. Because not only is OKC great in transition, but their turnovers fuel their defense. Yeah. And once their defense gets crunk up, it ignites the whole engine of the fucking fire. Now niggas hitting threes who ain't shot in weeks. Now goddamn like that, especially at home. So you can't allow them to get the fucking crowd in it with they matching shirts and shit. I never seen a crowd as they be super
precise. Same color.
Yeah, it ain't one nigga out of place. Like they be in there.
They do the t-shirts in the seat for every game though. Yeah, everybody just put on the t-shirt.
They do that, but usually it's one nigga like, but I'm wearing my jersey like one nigga that uniform. Everybody is in uniform. Chris Broussard said they look like a choir or some shit. That's so funny as hell. But like I said, man, I feel confident because I trust Minnesota's others more than I trust OKC's others. Now, I trust OKC superstar more than I trust Minnesota superstar. As far as what he gonna give me night in and night out, I know Shea gonna give me 30. I don't know if Ant gonna give me 30 or 18. You feel me?
That's your man's.
Nah,
I love Ant.
Shea didn't have 30 every game against Denver.
Oh, Shea. Oh, you talking about Wall? I'm about to say Shea, my man.
I'm talking about you and Ant.
And my nigga. But if I'm keeping it a brick and trust the bill, like I know I'm getting 30 out of Shea every night. I don't give a fuck what happened.
You don't know that.
And it could be a 40-point game, it could be a 15-point game. And it's not all predicated just off his shooting, but like you said alone, the same shit we were just saying about Halliburton last year. You were saying them on come on, Ant, what we doing? Because that game was still within reach. And like you said, he wasn't even looking for a shot. He passed it off to niggas who wasn't even hitting to begin with.
How hurt you think homie is them ankles?
We'll never know. Only one.
Yeah, like I can't call it.
I don't want. I want to throw some bail money, but it's like I don't know if I should. You feel me? He come back looking straight.
I'm not even all the way at Ant Neck, man. I put a lot on Julius Randle too. Like 20 points at halftime, and you finished the game with 26. You didn't score in the third quarter at all while OKC was going on this run. Like, nah, Ju. Put your fucking shoulder in. Chet starting to get off in the third and shit. Nah, Ju. Put your fucking chest. Like I expect Julius Randle to put his fucking shoulder in fucking Chet chest and make Chet ass gasp for air while you fucking like no, bro. You gotta physically impose your will on Chet Holmgren the entire game. Like it's not good enough just to give me 20 in the first half and 6 the rest of the game.
Did y'all answer the question? Y'all, how y'all feel? Did I miss it? Y'all answered the question already?
Yeah, we answered.
Talking about the game.
We both still got Minnesota. I feel Minnesota can still close this out in the game 7.
Yeah, 7. So the answer to your question, yeah, I still now they would have lost 1 or 2 at home, but I'm like they on the road. Like
yeah,
I ain't gonna hold
you. Road team win, so shit. I ain't
gonna cap you down. I ain't got no confidence in them guys. They go 0-2 going back home. Watching that game, especially look again how it looked game 1. Okay, seems like they just a better team. They just look better.
Oh, okay. To Jeremiah's point, OKC looks that way in stints. They looked that way after game 2 against Denver, but game 1
they came back and lost game 3. Yeah,
yeah. Like I don't know. I feel you. Like
I got to see it. I hope I'm wrong, but the boys go down 0-2.
We saw, and I know it was last year, but we saw Ant-Man go down 0-2 at home and go win 2 in Denver. So
he did come back. I think
I can't write them off.
I hear you. You're right. I hope they win. I got it going to finals. I think this team is not their Denver team last year. I think this team is ready to go win the championship. And
yeah, for sure. I just.
Now, granted, I mean, I talked to Jeremiah before, and he was like, "Shit, that Denver team took them to game 7. He think this Timberwolves team is better than that Denver team that they just got past." So,
yeah, they are. This Timberwolves team
game 1 look good. Them boys played great defense, and they would knock it down them shots.
They do that.
I just know like I said, when they're doing that, they look like the best team in fucking basketball. But like I just said, I don't expect fucking for all of them to be going at the same time, bro. They usually not. Jamal Williams had 20, like he been translated. He had a big 20. You know what I'm saying? Chet coming alive right then. Shay give me that. All the other people. I don't expect them to all be in sync like that because I haven't seen.
It's not even not. I had to cut y'all. But to me, it's not basically about their scoring. You know, I'm a defensive guy. I love defense. And if I can make Ant think about not shooting that basketball, I'm winning.
But you know and this is why I got Minnesota. It ain't about I think Minnesota can match them defensively when they're playing their best defense. I think Jaden McDaniels and Rudy, DiVincenzo off the bench, all these guys, I think that they can match whatever OKC does defensively to OKC, especially if they're not hitting them threes. But the turnover, that's what I said. If turnovers are the game changer. If Minnesota, I don't expect them to turn the ball over as bad as they did game 1. I think they'll clean it up because that's what got the game open. They were beating them the whole first half, playing the same way, but they wouldn't turn the ball over as much. And Julius Randle was hitting shots. They was doing that, but like the turnovers is what allows OKC to look crazy. They led the NBA in turnovers. Like when they get in those turnover situations, it fuels they whole everything, bro. It fuels everything. They start looking like the best defensive team ever. They start looking like niggas. Everybody on the court can hit threes. They start looking crazy. And then Shea is the ultimate bus driver. Like he gonna drop niggas off. And I don't mean bus drivers like all his teammates behind him. I'm talking about he dropping niggas off at the fucking bus, like and one bus driver.
They said he drove to the hole 28 times. Hold on. I'm glad you on the phone. You right here, Walt. Cause me and Jeremiah was having a conversation. Cause I know y'all been seeing this thing with Shea and all these goddamn free throws. And I was asking Jeremiah before, like, how much credit do you give scorers that drop 30 points, but yet they go to the free throw line about 10, 15 times a game to get those 30? Like, how do you feel about scorers that live at the free throw line?
Free throws are points, man. I get it. Now, when I rank him with other scores, like I wouldn't say Shea is. Like if I had to rank the top 5 scorers, I probably wouldn't mention Shea. I probably wouldn't mention SGA at all, honestly.
Currently, right now in the NBA.
Yeah, because when I say score, I mean like different methods of scoring. So like I would have Joker above him, Luka above him, Kawhi would be above him. Again,
you think Kawhi's a better scorer?
When I think score, Sean, I think different methods of scoring.
That's what I'm thinking too. The Shea 3-level scorer for sure.
Not driving the ball 28 damn times a game.
Right. He don't prefer to shoot threes, but he's a 3-level. So he's not. You don't leave him open.
I ain't saying leave him open, but he drove the ball many times. The other team drove the ball.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what all the
at all. Get your buckets.
That's what Kobe was doing before he was doing turnaround fadeaways. He was driving the ball, so I get it. For me personally, I don't think about him, but free throws are still points. If they're fouling him, now he do be selling it a little too much.
Man.
Going down, he really be getting fouled. Like he really be the only one I saw that wasn't a foul was that one on Jaden McDaniels. I'm like, now nigga, you hooked your leg around him, and
one.
Yeah, like come on, bro. That was
nice, though. That was nice.
Like the one on Ant where Ant was mad. I'm like, Ant, that's the same thing you do to niggas. So if you get to the free throw line, I'm all for it.
And what I told AJ is like me, like now if that's all you can do, and then I see you really ain't got no bag, that knock you off. Like if you just a nigga who just get to the line and shit like that, but I don't really view you as like a real legit scorer like that. Like, cause Harden got to the line, but Harden had a bag. Like I would never knock Harden's scoring ability, even though he was a free throw merchant. Like he was crafty as fuck. Shea is crafty as fuck. Like Shea.
That y'all know. Like, do y'all know anybody? Do y'all know anybody that consistently gets to the line that doesn't have a bag?
You gotta have a bag.
Like consistently. I mean, except like Zubac, like the bigs. Because bigs.
That's what you like talking about perimeter scorers.
Yeah,
you gotta have a bag.
Like even I mean, no, because like that time when Westbrook led the league in free throws, he didn't have a bag. Westbrook don't have a bag. He just he's a great player. But he don't like. So that's what I'm saying. So I never thought of Westbrook as like a great scorer, even though he led the league in scoring that year and shot more free throws than anybody. But like I'm like that's the type of shit I mean. Like, but like when I see you really got an offensive bag for real, along with getting to the line.
What's SGA's bag?
Man, Shea, I get a growing appreciation for Shea's bag every time I watch him. I ain't gonna lie, because I really don't like. I don't like him, but I'm not a Shea fan. But I get a deeper appreciation for the game every time I watch it. His footwork is nasty, bro. He dropped niggas off the change of direction, the footwork, the spin, the mid range, the way his mid range is pure. Like he the leader of the new school with that mid range shit.
He's the only person in the school.
He had one. Russ used to have that mid range.
That little running, yeah, but it's just different.
I know.
It's different. You know what I'm saying? All these guys can score. If you you know what I'm saying, but we talk about just scorers. I don't like you said, I don't knock you for getting to the line. That's basically my point. I don't knock you like I don't be like, oh, he got to the line a lot, especially if I see you one of them niggas that, you know what I'm saying, get jiggy. You know what I'm saying? Like I see you getting niggas crazy work. You know what I'm saying? You don't just go get to the line, you know. But while we talking about it, like how do you feel about volume shooters? Since we were talking about Brunson, because it's like we almost out of the era of volume shooting, like a Kobe and T-Max and shit like that. More so Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Like just like with the sheer volume. Like how do y'all feel about the Brunson style of play and just like the volume scorers?
I ain't gonna hold you. It depends who you are. Granted, if you asking me which one I'd rather take, a crafty scorer that can know how to get to the free throw line versus a volume shooter, give me the crafty scorer all day long. Give me the nigga that know how to get to the free throw line versus you taking 30, 40 shots to get 40 points. I'd rather you know how to get to that free throw line to make more possessions. Because I look at so many missed shots, that's just possessions given away. Now, if you a nigga that like Melo when he told Shump, nigga, I saw you open, but I work on this shit. If you that kind of nigga and can hit them shots, by all means, do your thing. But me personally, I'd rather take a nigga that can like a James Harden or SGA. They know so they know how to get to a spot, or they know how to commit. They know how to make the defense do things to put us in a position to get to be fouled, and they get the foul and they get the free throws. I'd rather take that than the bottom shooter, me personally.
Nah, I agree. I had to go look real quick, but SGA definitely took 27 shots. So that is high volume. I think anything over like 22, 23 is like high volume. But I hope we all agree. Give me the crafty score. That kid take 18 shots, score 30, 35, and get to the free throw like 8-10 times.
But that's why I love a nigga like Kevin Durant so much. Like, cause homie, like to be that efficient.
No, it's
I mean, Shea too. This is Shea's third year straight, averaging 30, and he's shooting over 50% from the field.
And that's nice. And it's still not KD like. It's still not. I don't care what the numbers say.
Of course not.
It's just certain niggas we can't mention, AJ.
Yeah, hell no. I'm definitely not putting them in.
KD might.
I'm just saying like.
Hold on. What you say? What? I ain't hear Kid Walk saying. What you saying?
I said it's just certain niggas we can't mention. Like you mentioned KD, like the efficiency. His efficiency is like whatever the word after transcendent is. That's what his is like. Because SGA won 11 of 27 for however many points he got.
If KD gets 27 shots,
what do we?
He make at least 18, 19.
Like with the exception,
he gonna leave back there.
You know, I mean, we see KD have off nights. We've all seen it.
Everybody has fucking off nights. It gets 82 damn games in playoffs.
Yeah. I'm saying we talk about Shea, but Shea don't usually take 27. The nigga average 30 and shoot over 50%.
Nigga have off nights.
We watched Kevin Durant shoot 56% in the finals. So it's just certain niggas I don't like. And he's a perimeter player. Like he's not a big. Yeah. That shit is insane to me. Like shit is crazy. But you know, SGA is efficient. That's how he win. Because he's efficient as hell. 27 shots is a whole bunch for him. But to answer your question, give me the crafty score that can get to the line. Easy.
Nah, for sure. All right, so we gotta get up out of here. Y'all got any game 2 predictions? How y'all think tonight's game gonna go?
I got Minnesota.
I got Minnesota by a desperation win. Cause they better win this goddamn game.
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be a real game. But I got Minnesota.
I got Minnesota as well, man. We'll tap back in, see how this thing going. Y'all got anything else for the people?
I'm good, man.
Nah, ball forever and ever.
Ball forever, man. Let's go. Come on, Ant. Turn that shit up. We're up for the city. Ball forever.
Put on.